Hello, you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome to, of course, the relationship service station, but specifically the Grief Garage component of it today is what I want people to be about. Looking at listening to what we have brought. And if you noticed in here, I am talking about elevation in 2022. So it starts off with inspiration and implementation. Give me a moment to make sure this is on all of my pages. So, all right, let's get started. So, we're talking about implementation and inspiration. The thing is, we all have to be inspired to move. That's the key to life. We have to be inspired to move. But a lot of times we go into things and all we want is the inspiration. We want to have the feel good component of what we do. But I want you all to understand the feel good component on its own without doing the work, without doing the self work, without moving past where you are, does not get you to a place of elevation. And elevation is what we're talking about. And I'm giving you all this word of elevation because it was specifically given to me for elevation in 2022. And I don't believe anything is given to you so you can do it on a solo trip. On this trip, I'm inviting other people to join me on this trip by opening up bays in the Grief Garage because I want to serve and I want to help and I want some support people through this season of their life. And when I season of life, I'm talking about grief, I'm talking about loss, but I'm not just talking about death. And I think we think about it as a physical death, but I'm talking about your dreams, I'm talking about your hopes, I'm talking about your finances. I am talking about raising everything to the next level. And that's the key in elevation, is the next level. So I'm gonna explain it so we can understand what elevation is. Elevation is that mean you're already on the plane. You're already purchased a ticket and you're already planning to go somewhere. So this is for the people who want to go somewhere, not for the people who want a buddy pass, who want a free ride, who wanted a discounted rate. They've already ready to pay the cost to their next destination. They're already on the plane. They already know they want to go somewhere different and do something different from what they're doing now. So, elevation, though. So, say we've got on this plane together. We're taking something. Yes, we on a private plane. So, we all got first class seats on here. So, we're already taking flight. We're already soaring. We're already rising above the norm, what everybody is calling what is the normal of COVID, is the normal of the seasons that we've been through, the normalcy that people have placed on things. We're going to rise above. And that's what elevation is. Elevation is next level. Elevation is next level. So that's where we're going. Good morning, Melissa. Yes, elevation. So if it wasn't your word and you want to join me and take part in that word, that elevation, it's the next level experience, next level of exposure, next level. So when you're on a plane, we're on this trip, as I told you, we all riding in first class. We're all on a private plane because we have purchased and paid the price to be in a private atmosphere, taking to a specific place called Thrive. So we're all going to thrive. But the thing is, we're getting ready to elevate our thriving to another level. We're going to have another experience, the next level experience, next level exposure. And you say, well, what does next level experience and next level exposure look like? First of all, when you're on a private plane and you have already made a decision that you have an atmosphere that you only want to be around the people who are like-minded, people who are trying to heal, people who are trying to be whole, people who are not judgmental. That is the first thing. You're setting an atmosphere because we are on a private plane, all in first class, going to a specific place called Thrive. So we all have that in the same mindset, elevation. So that means our minds are elevated because we are ready to do what it is necessary to make the change in the growth in ourselves, to shed off some of the dead weight so we can become lighter to go to the next level. So we're on this plane taking elevation. And what the pilot says is we're experiencing a lot of turbulence right here because we are in the midst. We stay in the storm. We stay in the rain. We stay in the wind. But when he says we will rise above all of this, next level elevation when you arrive above the storms, ride above the rain, ride above the wind. You get above the clouds when you go to that next level of elevation. So on that next level of elevation, we will be exposed to a closer level with God. So I'm talking about this, your spiritual elevation, because we have to understand that grief is to grow us in a spiritual place where we can become closer to God. So this is for people who want to be closer to God, who want to eliminate some of the woe is me, the fleshly part of them, and grow and understand what grief is really according to God, so that we can learn the lesson and become stronger and we can become closer to Him. So it's another experience and exposure to the Holy Spirit and to God, and understanding a different characteristic of Him. Number one, that's that experience and that exposure that you have, next level. So when you rise above all the turbulence, you don't spend time focusing on what's going on outside. You focus on time what's going on inside, the people who are with you, so you can be present and deal with you and deal with what's going on, so you don't have to focus on all of the things that are going on outside. So that's what happens when you pull in the garage. Your car is protected. You don't have to focus on what's going on outside. When the rain and the wind, it's temperature control, and you have time to focus on the maintenance and on doing the repairs. So that is key on this journey. If you are ready to elevate, go to elevation, that next level experience, that next level of exposure. Are you ready to rise above the clouds and get out of the storms? Get out of the trivial trauma of every day. Life is going to bring storms, rains, change, shifts. But the thing is, can you rise above those things and says, I still have to keep flight? So there are some skills that you need to learn. So in the garage, we're teaching grieving skills, giving out lost tools. So the thing is that you don't get trapped in a broke down situation, stopped on the side of the road. And another thing happens when you rise above the clouds. It takes the distraction of looking back. You don't see the landmarks. You don't see the bruises and the things of yesterday. You're not so focused on the buildings and the places and everything else that you're riding above. Because a lot of times you look out and you say, oh, that looks like, and oh, that looks like this. It looks like where we're going. It looks like how we landed. But if we remember God's word, it says things that you have not seen, things that you have not heard, things that your mind cannot even imagine. So that's the elevation. He don't want us looking at yesterday or the things that we're already familiar with and already know, that we're drawing out those things. And all we do is go to familiar places and continue to go to the same places over and over and again. He has something new for us, and that's the next elevation, something new for you. And if you're ready to take that journey and you're ready to jump in the garage with me, and let's do the self work where we can have reduced turbulence, where we can remove the distractions, where you can be around like-minded people in a private, secluded place, for a place that you made a choice to come to, made a place, the choice to heal, made a choice to get better. If we will have this next level and next level experience and exposure together, where we can grow with our grief. So it's all about tools. It's all about having the right tools. It's all about having the right skills. So it is all about being in the right place at the right time with the right people. So I have opened up the doors to the garage, and where we will join and thrive. You can either click on the QR code here so you can get to the registration page, or you can click down in the link where the registration page is, so you can work with us on 365 days. And let me tell you, what does that look like for the price? Because I know the price isn't posted here, and I know a lot of people say, oh, just click on the page and let it be a surprise. But the thing is, I want you to know the value that I am, and I'm going to say giving away. Because what it is, you're getting me for 365 days, and you're not just getting me, you're getting a God in me for 365 days. So the thing is, for the inspiration and the implementation, you will be getting the revelation that God gives me for 365 days, plus the godly strategy that he gives me. Yes, and I said for 365 days, you will get an audio every day, all 365 days, on a strategy. Now, on top of that, at the end of every week, we will have an accountability call, which will follow up and say, have you began to implement some of these strategies in your life? This is not about a cheerleading session. This is not about a session just to light fire to you. If the fire doesn't burn, if the fire doesn't move you, if the fire doesn't change you and remove some of the things away from you, that is the key along this journey, is that we change and we grow and we develop. And every day we take advantage of the implementation that is given to us and we run with it. So we get a daily strategy, a daily word to keep us on our elevation trip to thrive. Remember where we're going. We're going to thrive, and we're going to continue. We're going to hit thrive every day. We're going to thrive in a different area of our lives. We're going to hit thrive every day if we listen to the inspiration, to the implementation that comes all 365 days. And I said, plus we get an accountability call Wednesday at the, not Wednesday, Saturday at the end of the week is our implementation call. Plus a bonus every month is we get a workshop. Yes, we got work to do. You will have additional homework and top of following the godly strategy, on top of your accountability call, you will have work, an assignment to do for 30 days on top of that. So 365 days of access, and you divide it by the cost of a year's membership to get your tools to thrive. That's $370. That's $1.01. How many of us have $1.01? Do you have $1.01? You got $1.01. $1.01. That is how much you must value making a shift and a change in your life. Have you gone through something that you feel like the trauma has you trapped, or the sadness has you stuck, or the death has you devastated on a detour that you have detoured from your dreams? So the thing is, let's get off this dead end journey. Let's pull our vehicle, ourselves, into a bay and begin to do the self-work. So are you worth $1.01 a day? That's what I'm putting on you, the value that you feel, not my value. Because if you look at it, my value, it's a lot higher than that. But I want you to put a price on what you feel your healing, your self-growth is. Are you worth $1.01 a day to invest in yourself, to change and do something different? So right here at the end, it's not too late. And I always like to say, you end the way you want to begin. So if you end investing in yourself, saying, I'm going to make some personal development and I'm going to make some changes, this is where it begins. So I welcome you all to join me in the Grief Garage and take advantage of this opportunity. And I will see you all again in here, but definitely would look forward to seeing you all in the private group as part of the Grief Garage. So look forward to seeing you all then.